We welcome all of you to Nissan Stadium on the banks of the Cumberland River in downtown Nashville, Tennessee. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cleveland Browns and the Tennessee Titans. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Set, 20. Check, 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 check. Wrong, get wrong. Hey, on 133. Up. Hey, high 7.
A first down throw for Mayfield. And he's got this one complete to Callaway. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Get off the field, defense. Out. Run.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll be a second down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 40-yard line.
They'll bring out 4 receivers, 3 of them being sent to the left, 1 to the right, 2nd and 4. Here's Mayfield running the option right, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
That ain't working. No, that keeper ain't working.
And it's 3rd down.
Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. Throwing, Mayfield. He's got an open man. He completes it to Callaway. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down. And early on, they're picking up right where they left off last week.
And I know a lot of coaches say each game is its own. You don't really have carryover. This feels like carryover. So much confidence from the previous game that they're using to their advantage now.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Let's go, D.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Now Mayfield. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Taywan Taylor. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Browns take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line.
Wait, set, fly, 20.
53 is the mark. Hey, here I come.
Wait, set.
Now a carry for the shifty Dion Lewis. And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
A gain of 13, it's a first down.
Wait, set, wide, 80.
Mike Popo. Blue down.
Now Lewis here on first down. And he'll wind up losing yardage here, back at the 21-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 7, and it'll set him back for second down.
Wait, set, wait, 20.
All right. Here we go. Let's go, B. Let's go. Hey, let's get
Alert.
Switch.
Go.
Hey, 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic. Watch the run. 58.
Hey, go 66.
58. Come on.
Throwing on second and long. Brady looking deep for Gabriel. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started.
Mike 54. Oh, yeah.
Here's a quick throw caught by Higgins. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
180.
Stop your whining.
Looking to throw on second down. Mayfield. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Good. 180.
Check. Watch 54. Watch the screen.
Watch it.
Throwing on second down. Mayfield. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Mayfield looks to throw. This one complete into the hands of Higgins. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. Mayfield now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's 1st and 10. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stop that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football. 6-0 our score after 1. They're on the march, but facing a 3rd down here.
Check, check, walk 54, walk 54. I'm coming for you.
Mayfield. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And Seibert yanked it to the left. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. And the drive starts with a completion left side. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. To throw is Brady. They will find Davis. That's complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Right, set.
Right, 58, right there.
Check it.
Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
2nd and 5 now. Brady. Open man. Taylor Gabriel. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Brady, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, check it.
He's coming, he's coming.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6. Old 50.
Now Brady. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on.
Hey, set. 53.
44. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
Go Bandit.
They'll try with McKinnon. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Jerick McKinnon, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point.
That ties the game 6-6.
So back even at 6 apiece as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Browns drive about to get started. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Mayfield hands to Chubb on the draw. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
180!
Crunch time, defense.
Real. Mike, 55.
From the gun, Mayfield. This pass complete to Higgins. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Mayfield now from the 50. That's taken in by Callaway. And he's got this down to the 35. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 35.
Now, that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 2nd and 7, Mayfield. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. To throw, Mayfield. He's got Njoku over the middle. And down inside the 15 he goes. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right, safety valve, throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's Mayfield. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Nick Chubb, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns have taken the lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This will be taken short. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. The first down screen pass, good for 5. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Now Brady. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when the next defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
Goal 50. Hey, Charlie. Alert.
From the gun on 3rd down, Brady. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. Waiting for it back deep, Antonio Callaway. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this 2nd down call after that type of a game.
Check back, check back.
2nd and 5 now. Mayfield. All going deep here for Taylor. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
Intended for Taylor. Incomplete. It's 3rd down.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. This time they stay on the ground. Yeah, they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. The Browns send out their punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And look at this starting field position. That'll be touchdown inside the 30-yard line. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded at the 6. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this of intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Larry Ogunjobi there to make the tackle.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off, and try and chip someone at the second level.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Brady gives this one to Lewis. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
At the 34-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Here we go, G.
On play action. Now Brady. It's caught. Smith. 27 yards there. A first down.
It's so important to tackle well against these guys, but you and I both know that's easier said than done when the guy you're trying to tackle looks like this guy.
And it's usually going to take more than one man to get him down, and it did right there.
Hey, 66.
They fake the handoff. Now Brady. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
And the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. 2nd down, McKinnon. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. They wind up with 6 on the hook up there, but it's not enough. 4th and goal. So on 4th down, here's the Tennessee field goal unit led by Ryan Succo. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and that'll bring him back within 4. So it's an old-school extra point that counts 3 times. So it's certainly a disappointment they weren't able to get it in the end zone.
Yeah, I can just imagine post-game, head coach looking at the box score, 19-yard field goal, grimacing a little bit, but having to realize that at that moment, getting 3 points was vital. Go ahead and get the points, put them on the board.
The Browns drive about to get started. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Come on, let's go. Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. I got him. King. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle, 55.
Mayfield now. Open man is Higgins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards, a first down.
180.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
I think what we just saw there, partner, was linebacking speed that can trump O-line power. We see that at times because he filled the gap before the offensive lineman could get to the next level and take him on.
54, Mike.
Looking to throw on second down. Mayfield. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 30. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from it, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
Now Mayfield's throw finds Callaway complete, and he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception, but not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
From the red zone now, Mayfield. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Antonio Callaway, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Mayfield. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in the second half. Instead, it's third down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Antonio Callaway, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll be stopped just shy of the 25 with a penalty marker down. Here's the call. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
So after the face mask, they get to start all the way up past the 35 now.
He's checking crap.
Hey, wahoo! Check it, reload!
Shotgun now for Brady. It's caught. Humphreys. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing now is Brady. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Corey Davis, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Brady. Looking deep for Gabriel. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
And that incompletion was caused by the defense. I think they were trying to get one into the middle of the field, trying to find a receiver there. But they were in zone defense. And what are the advantages of being in zone? Eyes and reaction. Eyes meaning all eyes are on the quarterback and able to react when he throws the football and rally to that spot. And that's exactly what happened there. Able to get there and knock it away.
23 yards, the final tally. Brady now. A perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Now Lewis. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Back now in Nashville. It's Titan football here as they trail to begin the fourth quarter. So not quite a first and goal just yet as they come up now second and inches.
He's not going to get me.
Brady down to throw. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Taylor Gabriel, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Here we go now as we get set for a big two-point conversion.
Sugar!
Now Brady. And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets them back within a field goal.
Titans 17.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. I don't want to say that they're completely against the wall here, Charles, but all of a sudden, with the run that they've been on the other sideline, this is down to a 3-point game. They got to be careful.
Not much space from their back to the wall, though. So you're exactly right. They've got to be careful here. But this is
and this will be caught at the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there. 76 yards. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
Titans 17.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with it? Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. Myles Garrett has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Brady. And his throw is incomplete. One of his main targets, Delaney Walker, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
Here's Brady to throw. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Here's Brett Kern now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He'll send this up into the Nashville skyline, and it's a good one. So a change of possession here on the punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. to keep up with your theme there, playing keep away. First downs, they can't touch the ball.
That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
All right, I don't want to get too poetic here where they talk about, the eyes being the windows of the soul. You know what else the eyes do? They see the open spaces on a field, and those eyes carry your legs to those spots, and that's what happened on that play. He saw an opening and went and got it.
Well, he really hasn't ran the ball all game. Fourth quarter here, need a big play, able to pick it up. So whatever the eyes saw and created, it worked.
Brings up second and 11 at the 44-yard line.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's second and 11.
Regular. I'm coming after you. Showing up. I got it.
Throwing, Mayfield. He's got Higgins over the middle. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 34-yard line.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and take and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
Now Mayfield running left on the option. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. They find some open field here. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down.
Pretty nice play here. They go read option, read the defensive end, and when he collapsed down inside, how about the quarterback pulling it, keeping it, and not only getting to the second level, but picking up some really nice yardage.
Very, very well read. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down fourth quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what we said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, second and goal. A run for Nick Chubb. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away, turned into a nice play.
Seibert's kick is good. And that will stretch the lead up to 13. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Brady. He'll get this one into the hands of Lewis. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. Short play like that in this situation this late, that's a win for the defense.
No doubt. And I remember something Coach Madden used to talk about all the time. Sometimes you can't just take what the defense gives you. You have to take what you need. And in this case, the offense is taking what the defense is giving them.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Following the interception, Mayfield eluding the pressure right. Now Mayfield lost the football. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
And he gets it down to the 32. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They run. Chubb. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. And now here comes the third of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. They go with Chubb on second down. And he is going to get this close to the first down markers. He's brought down at the Titans' 24. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On the ground, it's Chubb. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. Just to pick up a 3, but that is indeed enough.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are, and get there.
From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. So he got free of one tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. Kevin Byard up to make the tackle. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over. Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something, and they did in this one. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And it was Baker Mayfield who led the way. The #1 pick in 2018. He showed why he was so coveted.
And it was interesting because you remember headed into the draft in 2000.